at wide receiver. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Rams and the Cardinals under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaudin here with Charles Davis as always. As CD, you look at the Rams in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
From SoFi Stadium. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. Charles, that's a route that you and I have seen time and time again in our years up in this booth, and that executed well and a great throw, too.
And sometimes, even if you know it's coming, the execution will trump whatever you do on the defensive side of the ball. Plus, it was a well-thrown football. A nice, healthy game right there.
Well, this defense for the Rams, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Trayvon Walker in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. An extra point attempt to follow here. the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well,
he's got a man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
And now a throw on first down there. And the Rams at 10-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 16. They go play action with Jackson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is?
Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's across the 30-yard line. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wound up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
To throw again is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. 1st down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the midfield stripe, they look to throw. Olave over the middle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now it's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Jackson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down, but a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Throwing throwing now. Jackson on first down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, Jackson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. A drive there in just 4 plays. And winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in his last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Jameson Williams
from 19 yards away.
And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken from about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
They're going to look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll look to throw again. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and long. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. to throw here on first down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back to throw. This one taken in by Olave. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The quick slant caught. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure you have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
They have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
This is caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half.
Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Kamara up the middle. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run good for 2, here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Robinson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got him in, it's Brown. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
First and goal, Arizona.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Kamara trying again. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll drop to throw. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So that one a long 11-play drive. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail this time. Back now here on EA Sports. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And quickly they get to the line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their step.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. For all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears won't realize as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the check down, he finds Kamara. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Sauce Gardner puts it off. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as As you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Jackson to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Rams extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 8 yards out. And the Rams continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And now here's another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Thrown out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Montez Sweat just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
They'll set up a throw.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have
in trouble, and he's taken down.
Channing Tindall
in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Drops and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Gonzo. Yeah.